It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be here from Lacons, and it's a bottle of the Extra Stout coming in at 4.5% ABV. There's a look at the label. It's in a lovely 750ml bottle. Green bottle cap on this one. There's the Lacons Falcon Brewery badge on the back. Now, interesting story with this one, interesting take on their beers. They've gone through the history of Lacons, and this Extra Stout was very popular during the Great Wars. People thought back then that stouts made you strong, and there was a lot of health benefits to drinking them, so the popularity with stouts went through the roof, and you can see why. You can see why. I used to work in a pub, and we all know the great big Irish brewer that brews stouts. In the pub we had metal signs on the wall, really old metal signs, and it had, I'm going to have to say it now, aren't I? Guinness makes you strong, and it was like a little man walking with a donkey over his head, you know, not the other way around. So yeah, that was the marketing back then. That was the way people thought that stouts made you strong. So they went through their record books, Lacons. They're an old brewery that they were out of business for a long time because of Whitbread. Whitbread closed them down. These guys have opened up Lacons again. They've gone through the history books and they found that they brewed an Extra Stout, which is this. It's close to it, but they've added American hops, which I think is great. This is a 1 to 2 finger tan coloured head, jet black beer in the glass. Saying that, jet black, it's got a slight light bleed in the bottom, so, but from my eye it's jet black. Nice carbonation, fizzing away to itself there. Let's get the aroma. Let's get the aroma. I might be wrong. I read somewhere that there was American hops in this beer, but I might be wrong. This smells big and stouty and bready. Chocolate, coffee, caramel. And yeah, there's only one thing to do at this stage with a great aroma like this, and that is to dive in. Cheers. Oh my goodness. My goodness me. Wow. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, what an absolutely fantastic beer this is. Blimey. Their pale ale blew me away. Great beer. Their Falcon ale, less so. I liked it, but it didn't blow me away. You can tell when I'm blown away by that initial reaction when I drink the beer. This stout has got so much juicy, creamy, milky mouthfeel that you wouldn't believe for a 4.5% beer. Whether they've added lactose to the beer or to give it that lovely kind of milk stout feel in the mouth, blimey, it's good. And yes, I was right. Couldn't quite get it in the aroma. But now I've tasted it and I'm smelling it at the same time, which is always the best way to drink beer. An old brewer told me this years ago. He said when you take a sip of a beer, inhale, take the aromas at the same time, get the whole experience. But yeah, in the taste, and now in the aroma, now I've tasted the beer, yeah, the American hops are there. I just couldn't quite tell because of that lovely big stout flavour, that big strong stout flavour, the chocolate, coffee, caramel. But in the taste, yeah, the American hops absolutely kind of scream at you. I'd say as a guess, Centennial, Cascade. It's a nice balance. It's not a black IPA, it's certainly a stout. But for me, look at this. You can see the mouthfeel. You can see that mouthfeel in the pour. Look at that. Them slow moving bubbles making their way to the top, climbing to the head of the beer. Slow moving means it's trudging its way through. It's not a quick process. It's a slow kind of, it's fighting its way to the top through that big, thick, viscous beer. It has balance in abundance. It really does. To the point where I don't know what to talk about first. It's so balanced. The arms are out. You've got the malt. You've got the hops. I just don't know where to go with it. I don't know where to speak first, because one moment in your mind you're thinking about the hops, the next minute you're thinking about them lovely big juicy malty bready biscuity chocolatey coffee caramel flavours, and then you're flipped again back over to the hops where you're thinking about them lovely juicy American hops, mango, grapefruit, lemon, orange peel. Fantastic beer. There's one more thing before I go. I want to read this label. See the colour? Let me hold it and read it. Brewed throughout the Great War, the popularity of stout grew dramatically during these testing times due to the alleged health benefits of drinking it. It is rumoured the marriage of powder blue and black in its original labels were chosen by Mrs. D. Lacons as a tribute to her husband, who was lost in battle during conflict. So there's the colour, powder blue and black. Great little story. It's time to rate the beer then. Lovely lacing on the glass. Lovely presentation to the product when you're looking at it. Jet black beer, extra stout, 4.5% ABV. That's kind of where a drinkable stout stands in ABV. That's where it kind of is, or it was. When I say was, I'm sure I've mentioned it already. Some of these stout companies that got very large, I'm sure over the years the ABV of their beer kind of just went down a little bit over the years. But I'd say for a stout, yeah, 4.5 is very, very right for the ABV. I really like this. I'm going to give it a big rating. It's going to be a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Well done again to Lacons Brewery, or the new owners of Lacons, for resurrecting such a great name in the British beer industry. Well done, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.